I was born into a problem I never created. Have you ever been treated like a mistake just for existing? Because that was literally my whole childhood. From the moment I could walk, my extended family acted like I was some sort of curse. At birthdays, my cousins all got hugged and spoiled, while I'd get a forced smile and a gift bag that was obviously regifted. Holidays were worse. My relatives would whisper about me like I was some dark secret. For years I thought I'd done something wrong, even as a kid. Nobody explained anything, not my mom, not my dad. Whenever I asked why Aunt Linda avoided eye contact with me or why Grandpa refused to speak to me directly, my parents would just say, "It's complicated." It all unraveled when I was 15. One night I heard shouting in the living room. My dad and Uncle Brian were arguing so loudly that even my dog was hiding. I crept halfway down the stairs and heard the sentence that changed everything. "Don't blame my son because your dad made him the successor." Successor? To what? Turns out, my great-grandfather, who built a massive business empire, had written a strange, old-fashioned clause into his will. The company and its assets would pass to the first male heir born in the fourth generation. That heir was me. Not my older cousins, not the kids who had been groomed for the business since birth. Me, the quiet, awkward kid nobody paid attention to. And it wasn't some small business, either. The company owned half the warehouses and shipping contracts in our state. Whoever inherited it was basically set for life. So my relatives hated me, not because of anything I did, but because of a decision made decades before I existed. After that night, everything got worse. My cousin Trevor accidentally pushed me down the stairs during Thanksgiving. Another cousin, Marissa, sent me fake messages trying to get me to say something awful she could show the family lawyer. My uncles constantly hinted that the business should stay with people who actually earned it. When I turned 18, the pressure exploded. Suddenly everyone pretended to care about me, inviting me to lunches, giving me gifts, trying to make me sign papers I didn't fully understand. But the final straw? My grandmother. At a family dinner, she pulled me aside, looked me dead in the eyes, and said, "You should do the right thing and step aside. You were never meant to lead this family." That was the first time I truly felt angry, not sad, not confused, angry. The day I legally inherited everything, I didn't celebrate. I didn't even tell anyone. Instead, I met with a lawyer and did the last thing my family ever expected. I sold every share I owned to an employee-owned cooperative. The factory workers, drivers, and warehouse staff, the people who'd been ignored by my family for generations, now owned the company together. And what did I take from the sale? Nothing. Not a cent. I had the money transferred into a fund for injured workers and their families. When the news broke, my phone blew up with calls and texts from relatives demanding answers. I blocked every single one of them. Then I left, moved to a small apartment in another state, started a new life where nobody cared about my last name or my family's money. For the first time ever, I felt free.